Could you please introduce yourself for the people in my neck of the woods who wouldn't necessarily know who you are?
I'm State Representative Jeremy Munson. I'm in District 23B, which is just south of Mankato.
So, you've been pretty outspoken in the media, especially on social media, Jeremy. What prompts you to be so vocal at a time when it's not always safe for someone in politics to be as vocal as you've been?
Well, it may not be. It's not safe. You mean from a re-election standpoint?
Yeah, from a re-election standpoint.
I mean, I think as a Republican, I believe in protecting the minority, right? Protecting the voice of the minority, and that means you take unpopular positions, but you're doing it from a constitutional standpoint, where you need to make sure that just because we have a majority of Minnesotans that are essential workers get to keep their jobs, it's not right that 22% of Minnesotans get the shaft and can't go to work. And that's not right. And it might not be popular, but it's the right thing to do.
How has this impacted your district?
Well, our main streets in small towns, I mean, my district's over 1,000 square miles, a lot of small towns. I don't have a town over 5,000 people. And so that means a lot of the main street businesses are closed, even though they're big box stores in Mankato, 15, 20 minutes or half hour away, it gets to stay open. That's not fair.
By and large, would you say the backbone of the economy in your district is agricultural and also small business?
Yeah, that's a fair statement.
Yeah. Would you, I mean, not that you can put a number on it, but do you see a lot of the people in your district suffering, not from being ill, but from the economic impact? Are you hearing from them, like, I can't keep this up very much longer, I'm going to have to close my doors forever?
Yeah, I mean, every day I get phone calls, emails, text messages, Facebook messages from people just saying, we need this to end. The agriculture sector of my district, which is the backbone of my district too, especially with hog farmers, we've one of the highest percentages of pig farmers in the state, in the country, really, and they're having to go and execute 1,000 pigs, costing them $150,000 to $250,000 worth of income, or worth of cost that they have into them, and bury them because of the shutdown of the plants.
Shouldn't be upset when people are excited.
Yeah.
Would you say that the governor's announcement last night was kind of a bait and switch? Because that's really what I'm hearing from a lot of people. There's almost this 60-40 split. There's 40% of the people are super thrilled because they feel like things have changed and we've turned a corner. But I'm talking to other people and they're like, this hasn't helped me at all. Nothing has changed. Do you see it that way, as more of a bait and switch? Do you see it as maybe a positive uptick? What's your view on his announcement last night and the changes that he said he's going to implement?
Well, I think overall the governor wants to extend his authority and extend the shutdown of the state. He sees what's happening here at the Capitol, or in front of his mansion every week almost.
Our mansion, yeah, Representative.
Our mansion. And he sees this as building momentum against his orders. He sees towns and counties in cities across Minnesota just defying his orders, and individual businesses. So he needed to address that by telling everybody it's reopening. We're starting the process of reopening, but we're really not.
Yeah, because nothing's really changed, has it? I mean,
not much. I mean, there's he's allowing small retailers to have 5 to 10 people, or maybe up to half their capacity open. But there was a lot of retailers, like a music store, that doesn't have dozens of people in their store at any time, and they can't do curbside. People can't choose. How you doing? And so it just wasn't a solution for them. And I think that seeing some small businesses be able to open is good, but not allowing campsites to open, that's just ridiculous.
And I'm going to ask one more. And you've got a group of people that are probably going to want to talk to you, and I heard you're going to be speaking. So how have you been personally impacted, not as an elected representative, an elected servant of the people constitutionally, but have you been impacted at all on a personal level? What kind of business do you own? What do you do for a living? And have you seen a change in that as well?
Yeah, I mean, I work for I work for my own company. I'm a consultant for financial service companies, so I do contract work and I work on different projects. And the project I'm on now, all of the employees of the company, and there's 45,000 employees at my client, all of them took a 20% pay cut across the board and that impacts my bill rates too. So I took a 20% pay cut because of the shutdown in an industry where we can all work remotely anyways, but just the general economy is slowing down. So yeah, I took an enormous financial hit because of this, but that's what's happened to a lot of Minnesotans who got to keep their jobs. A lot of Minnesotans lost their jobs and they're not working.
Well, Representative, I thank you for your time, and I thank you for taking a stand for the Constitution. So
thank you.
I appreciate the interview.
Thanks for being here today.
Have a great day. As always, thanks for watching the video. Thanks for being open-minded. Thanks for listening. I would ask that over here in the corner, somewhere on your screen, you hit the subscribe button. It's important, not for me, but because mainstream media, legacy media, isn't going to get the word out. They're not going to let people who don't toe the established line speak. So for the sake of liberty and for the sake of the defense of this nation, small little independent voices like mine need to be heard, especially the interviews. It's got very little to do with my commentary and a lot more to do with the interviews and the people who are affected when liberties are tread on. So once again, hit the subscribe button, like, subscribe, and share. Thank you very much.